Right.
Have you ever just stopped and thought about how fast everything's changing in digital defense? It really feels like, the second you get a handle on one challenge, boom, there are like a dozen new ones, way more complex, keeping up. It's not just about knowing the latest threats anymore. It's about understanding these huge shifts in how we actually protect ourselves online. Okay, let's unpack this. Today we're doing a deep dive into something massive, the intersection of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. It's powerful, it's growing fast. Our goal here is to kind of distill the key stuff from this really comprehensive document we looked at. It details how AI isn't just like another tool, it's fundamentally changing digital security, turning reactive defense into something proactive. And when we say shift, we mean a huge economic one too. Think about this. The market for AI and cybersecurity, it was valued at what, $22.4 billion in 2023? But it's projected to rocket up to $60.6 billion by 2028. That's just wow.
That's a compound annual growth rate of about 21.9%. It's incredible.
It really is. So it's not just tech jargon, right? It's a fundamental change in how we even think about digital safety.
What's fascinating here is that growth, that $60 billion number, it's not just market hype. It really highlights how absolutely essential AI has become for cybersecurity today. It tells you loud and clear that the old ways, the static defenses we kind of relied on, they just aren't cutting it anymore against modern threats. AI isn't some optional extra. No, it's becoming foundational. It's transforming how we find threats, how we respond, how we prevent attacks in the first place.
Yeah, it's clearly moves from nice to have to must have. So thinking back, traditional cybersecurity, it was often rule-based, right?
Yeah.
Like, if this specific thing happens, do that specific thing.
Exactly. Very reactive.
But those systems, they're just swamped now. The sheer amount of data, the speed, the sneakiness of modern attacks, it's too much. AI, especially with machine learning, deep learning models, it brings something totally new. Its ability to chew through these massive data sets at speeds humans can't even get close to, uncovering patterns, anomalies, stuff that would just stay hidden otherwise.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, AI isn't just making things faster. It's really changing the whole strategy. Take real-time threat detection. AI algorithms can look at enormous streams of data, like as they're happening, and flag suspicious stuff instantly. That's a massive leap from finding out after the damage is done.
Huge difference.
And threat intelligence gets a huge boost, too. AI pulls together data from all over, analyzes it, and gives a much clearer, almost predictive view of what dangers are coming. Plus, it automates a lot of the routine security tasks. That frees up the human experts, right? Lets them focus on the really tricky strategic problems.
Which is where you need their brain power.
Definitely. And for those really stealthy attacks, AI is great at behavioral analysis. It learns what's normal for users, for systems, and spots tiny deviations, things that might signal a breach or, an insider threat. And finally, it offers that proactive defense. It looks at past data, predicts vulnerabilities before they get exploited. This tackles some major headaches for security teams, like all those false positives they get buried under.
Oh, yeah. Alert fatigue is real.
Exactly. And the delays in spotting brand new threats, the challenge of insider risks, AI helps significantly with all of that.
That move from reactive to proactive and cutting down those false positives, that really is transformative for security teams. So, okay, AI has all this potential. How are companies actually, putting it to work? How are they integrating it effectively? Our source laid out a pretty clear strategic path for this. It starts with really defining what you want the AI to do, your objectives. Then taking a hard look at your current security setup to see where AI fits best.
Precisely. It's not about just, throwing AI everywhere and hoping for the best. After you know your goals, it's all about getting the data right, collecting it, cleaning it, preparing it meticulously. Because that data, that's the fuel for the AI.
Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Absolutely. Then, naturally, you develop or select and train your AI models. Choose the right tools, the right platforms for your needs, and then comes the integration, making it work smoothly with your existing systems. But it doesn't stop there. You have to keep monitoring it, tweaking it, optimizing its performance, and, of course, ensuring security and compliance are baked in from the start. And a really critical piece that sometimes gets missed, training the people. Educating the teams who will actually use and manage these AI systems.
Right. The human element is key. And we're seeing this work in the real world already, aren't we? There are solid examples out there. Can you share a few?
Sure can. For really sophisticated threat detection, look at Darktrace. It uses AI to watch network behavior constantly, building up this picture of normal activity. Any deviation, even really subtle stuff, could be an insider threat or one of those nasty advanced persistent threats, or APTs. It flags them early.
Before they do major damage.
Exactly. Another great one is CrowdStrike's Falcon platform. It uses machine learning right on the endpoint's laptop servers to spot malware and malicious actions. It goes way beyond just matching signatures of known viruses. It catches novel threats much better. And it's not just about fancy new threats. AI is helping a lot with common problems like phishing and speeding up incident response. Proofpoint, for example, uses AI to scan emails, identify phishing attempts really effectively, and block them before your employees even see them.
This saves a lot of potential clicks.
It really does.
Yeah.
Then on the response side, you've got tools like IBM QRadar. It uses AI to automate parts of the response workflow. It correlates security data from different sources, figures out which alerts are most critical, and can even suggest or take automated steps to contain the threat. That cuts down response time dramatically.
Buys you crucial time.
Huge difference. AI is also beefing up vulnerability management and behavioral analytics. Sumo Logic, for instance, applies AI to watch user and system behavior, spotting weird things like someone suddenly accessing data they never touch. And Qualys uses AI to prioritize which vulnerabilities to fix first based on how likely they are to actually be exploited. So you focus resources effectively. All these things together, they just make our cybersecurity defenses much, much stronger. AI is becoming, well, indispensable.
Those are some powerful examples. Okay, so this is clearly where things are heading. Here's where it gets really interesting. What does this all mean for you if you're someone listening who wants to really get a handle on this? Master this field. Our source really emphasizes needing a holistic learning journey, something that gives you the fundamental know-how and abilities to handle this complex intersection. It's not just about getting a certificate. It's about proving you can actually use AI to boost security, to lead in this space.
Exactly right. For anyone serious about this, it's about layering that AI perspective onto solid cybersecurity knowledge. So the journey usually kicks off with getting a really strong grip on basic cybersecurity principles. Not just what it is, but why it's so crucial for, well, everything digital. Understanding the history, the main frameworks, its role in keeping businesses running.
It's a foundation.
The absolute foundations. Then you dig into operating system security. How do user accounts work? Access controls. How do you harden an OS to make it tougher? That creates the secure base AI builds upon.
Gotcha. So it's practical, hands-on understanding, not just theory.
Absolutely practical. Then the learning path usually moves into networking fundamentals, not just memorizing topologies or protocols like HTTP, DNS, but understanding how network security works. Things like segmentation, wireless security, that's the infrastructure AI is protecting.
Makes sense.
After that, the focus shifts quite a bit towards understanding the threats themselves. Who are the attackers? What tactics do they use? But critically, it's about how AI changes the game for threat hunting, using behavioral analysis, using threat intelligence in smarter ways, and also how AI helps find security flaws earlier, like during software development. Building right on that, you get introduced to the core ideas of AI and machine learning. What's the history? What are the different branches, like natural language processing? What are the ethical concerns, bias, privacy? And crucially, how do these technologies actually make security better? Improve detection, finding anomalies? Understanding AI's role in prediction and automation, from spotting intrusions to fighting advanced phishing.
And I'm guessing you need the practical skills to actually do something with all that knowledge.
Oh, definitely. To really apply AI in cybersecurity, you pretty much need a good handle on Python programming. Not just general coding, but using Python specifically for security tasks. Leveraging libraries like NumPy for math stuff, Pandas for handling data, Matplotlib for visualizing things.
Sing the pad.
Exactly. Using Python to automate tasks like vulnerability scanning or incident response. And always thinking about the ethical side of using these powerful tools. Next up, you dive deep into how machine learning is directly used in cybersecurity, going beyond basics to see how ML spots anomalies, classifies malware, how you actually train models, prepare the data effectively. This involves getting hands-on, maybe with tools like the EOK stack for log analysis or Splunk for SIEM security information and event management. The goal is to see how ML enables proactive defense, integrates threat intel, drives faster incident response. Think email threat detection, fighting phishing, autonomous threat OD, even AI-powered penetration testing. The path would also likely cover open-source security tools. Understanding their pros, costs, community support, and cons, like maybe integration challenges, comparing them to commercial options, and getting experience with tools like Wireshark for analyzing network traffic, Nmap for scanning networks, and Metasploit for ethical hacking. These tools show how human expertise feeds into AI models. And super important, the learning journey has to cover incident response thoroughly, the whole cycle. Identification, containment, eradication, recovery. How to prepare a solid response plan, test it, communicate effectively during a crisis. Plus, digital forensics, disaster recovery planning, and all the legal stuff around handling evidence and regulations. And finally, you'd look ahead. Dive into the emerging threats and trends, ransomware tactics, zero-day exploits, supply chain attacks. Things are always evolving. Revisit AI and ML's role, their future potential, the challenges. Look at other tech like blockchain for security, IoT and cloud security issues, even quantum computing's threat to encryption. It stresses continuous learning, continuous monitoring, you can't stand still, and all that learning. It usually comes together in a capstone project. That final piece is crucial. It lets you apply everything you've learned in a practical way, planning, researching, building something, presenting it, often working in a team, which this raises an important question. Beyond the technical skills for individuals, how do whole organizations build a culture that's actually ready for AI and security?
That is a fantastic question because, yeah, the tech is one thing, but the people side, that's huge. Organizations definitely hit roadblocks. Integrating AI with old systems can be messy. The data can be incredibly complex to manage, and there's a big skills gap. Our source mentioned something striking. 42% of employers in major economies see the lack of AI skills as a major barrier, almost half.
Wow.
Yeah, it really drives home that this is as much about human capital, about people, as it is about the technology itself.
And that's exactly where structured approaches like these comprehensive certification programs really help. They're designed specifically to bridge that skills gap by providing thorough training in core AI areas, machine learning, data analysis, NLP, even AI ethics. They give the workforce the tools to actually understand, use, and manage AI effectively. And because AI changes so fast, continuous learning is baked in. You need ongoing access to advanced courses, workshops. You have to keep up. It's non-negotiable to stay competitive. Plus, these structured programs, they make AI feel less like some black box, right? More accessible. They encourage teamwork, cross-functional projects that helps break down silos between departments, gets people sharing knowledge, which is vital for successful AI implementation anywhere.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Yeah. This deep dive really shows that getting skilled in AI and cybersecurity isn't just about, keeping up with the latest trend. It means you're not just reacting to the revolution, you're actually leading it. Yes, it's about protecting our digital lives, our systems, but it's also a massive opportunity for your career growth, for staying way ahead in this constantly shifting landscape.
Definitely. And maybe a final thought to chew on. As AI keeps getting smarter, keeps pushing what's possible in security, what new, maybe unforeseen ethical questions or challenges might pop up, especially as it gets woven deeper into everything we do. How do we start thinking now about preparing for those challenges to make sure AI is used effectively, but also, for societal benefit? That's something really worth considering as we all navigate this new frontier.